Hello, greetings. This is me again, ex-Muslim Shia, ex-Shia. So I'm sharing my thoughts. Not well, just a little bit come out of this headache. Sorry, this time I might have got it. I made a very heavy cheese omelette. So through cheese I learned that cheese gives migraines. Chocolates and cheese. I'm not sure. But there was an article that told me in medically proven that cheese or cheese may give migraines or aggravate it. Anyhow, so this is just that, and I'll carry on with my truth seeking and all this. What I'm thinking now. I'm thinking about when I was trying to reconcile Shia Sunni. That looking at the verses now, Quran verses, I realize that I cannot blame the Umayyads for what they did. Because coming here in the Quran ayats, very, very extreme, strict about, this polytheism and worshipping only one God. So I could see some of the very extreme, we say Orthodox Sunnis, Qatar Sunnis, couldn't reconcile with the Shias' way of taking Muhammad and Ali. Although I've shown, I think the verse has come out where Rob Christian has shown in that Surah Fath that you can glorify Muhammad, but even the Shias keep it as the Sunnis have kept the Quran ayats, I think. And but I read the Shia source on that, and there's nothing about glorifying Muhammad. It says glorifying Allah. So in Akapuya Ali Commentary, Multilingual Quran, under this ayat of Allah and Muhammad, or a messenger of Allah, so explained also like this, that we should glorify Allah. However, I take it as Rob Christian explained it in his video, because that's the way I feel is true, and you can think otherwise. So so there are very strict ayats in the Quran, and no gentle ways of making people come, and very scared, like making people very scared, fear casting verses. So I went to the source. I said, when I thought of reconciling Shias and Sunnis, I thought Muhammad would be the best. Come under him, and we may reconcile for the sake of Rasulullah what he wanted for his ummah and all this. And now, in order to do that, I wanted, of course, I would put Muhammad first before Ali, like we do, and to get these misunderstandings out from the hearts and minds of the Sunnis who blame Shias for polytheism and all this. Taking the religion in the wrong way, and innovating, all this. So there are some ayats I found that you can go through them for the disbelievers, polytheists, those who take partners with Allah, besides Allah, lords and this and that. You can see it is very unhealthy way in the Quran, and so gathering from the Quranic verses that this is not right. So it is very unhealthy and very. If there was some gentler way, it would have been much, much better. But what we Shias do, we see our Imams and their gentle ways after Karbala also, and during Karbala, Imam Hussein's ways. However, it could be that, something about some other maybe pagan Arabs were, and they realized, and they copied now, they realized the miss, but they were not going to, they were not going to accept it or confess their mistakes or anything. And then we have the progeny, 12 Imams. None of them were going to accept that Prophet Muhammad was wrong. I don't know why that has happened. But no way from the Quran, I mean, even though the gentle ayats for the believers and all this, no way can I gather that this Quran was for polytheism, any great, gentle for the polytheists. You can read through Surah Tawbah until the end and see they were asked to leave the Kaaba, Makkah. So that's something, or be killed. Hello, yes, so Prophet Muhammad, it seemed that instilled the Quran, through the Quran, it's very strict. Seeing this Sunnis, how they fear, how they are repulsed. They cannot take, some of them, the polytheistic ways. Even calling, like saying, Ya Ali Madad, even by their own fellow Shias, Muslims, but they don't even want to. Some of them say we don't accept these Muslims, these Shias as Muslims. So there's very strict. And this is what Prophet Muhammad's Quran only has done. So we blamed Umar, we blamed Abu Bakr. Those who have worshipped Muhammad know that he is dead. His saying after his death, it's recorded in the Sunni sources. So we blame the Umayyads, we blame these Sahabas also, the wives also, for making this Muslim school of thought Sunni. But actually, turning point. What was my turning point? I don't know, but I just have now come to the conclusion, seeing through all the Quran ayats now and against pagans, disbelievers, polytheists, that it was Muhammad actually the culprit and his Quran. Thereafter, if our Imams have explained it gently, and all the gentle dreams I had, that way one should, guide people. That if you don't wear hijab, you can't see my face, unless you use an Imam telling me in my dream that you will see my face if you do hijab and like that. So like the Hindus, if you sit in meditation, do Kriya Yoga, then only can you realize God within yourself and be one with Him. This is the way to be taken. So, and now coming to the ayat of hajj, that this house was meant, Masjid al-Harami, was meant for all mankind. And I know I checked in Surah Ibrahim, like Abraham says that, or God tells him. So I cannot right now check because my eyes are hurting due to the headache. And I think I'm very sensitive to the light, so I'm trying to sit in the darkness as much as possible. So I won't open the tab, and the light would hurt my eyes. Okay, so that's why I can't go into Surah Ibrahim. I know this is a video, I should be all prepared for it and in a good way show you, but I've jumped the gun. I just want to share like this with you, if that is okay, and hope you understand. So in Surah Ibrahim, I felt there's this thing, right? Turn their hearts towards this barren land and all this. I did find a verse which says all, like call all mankind to this or something, and they would come. But that is different, you see. So then they would become believers when they come. So I'll explain that later, like in another video. Sorry, can't put it here. So I'm telling you where I'm at now. I did look at the ayat in Surah Ibrahim in the Quran. And here in Surah Hajj, where it says, this Masjid al-Harami is for all the people, not all the believers. Here it's different. Although the next ayat says, Abraham made it for the ones who worship one God and all this, still it's contradictory. It's like this ayat, the previous one reminds me of how pagan Arabs kept the Kaaba and this Masjid al-Harami. So that's what I had to add also. May not have been able to in my previous videos about this verse, Surah Hajj verse in the Quran. Sorry, I've forgotten the number of the verse. So I'll come back to show you more prepared and reading again. So thank you so much. I'll come back later.